No surprise, the past month was an extraordinarily busy one for your chamber. We ended the month of March by kicking off our small business celebration, and we initiated that with our small business candidate showcase.
Well, we're proud to be a member of the Kansas City community, and so if we can participate in events like this to not only raise awareness of our company, but also to learn about other businesses in Kansas City and hopefully be part of a growing economic community here.
On April the 3rd, Kansas Senator Jerry Moran visited our chamber offices and spoke to our Federal Affairs Committee on the Startup Act and also on animal health science opportunities facing our region. And just a little bit before Tax Day, we held our bi-monthly face-to-face at the World Headquarters for H&R Block on April the 5th.
I had fun. In the past 3 years that we've done the sponsoring, my district has sponsored this for the last 3 years. And usually I sit and watch, just kind of stand around and kind of smooth with the different people. But this year I decided I was going to sit down on the tables and do it. And I had so much fun.
The chamber membership is really important to us because we are a small business and we are based in Kansas City. We work with other businesses here in Kansas City. And so getting to know what other companies in Kansas City are doing and how we can help each other is really important to our company at Adams Gabber and what we believe in.
On April the 9th, in our chamber boardroom, we held our annual healthcare symposium where the Affordable Care Act was the main topic of discussion.
So the paradigm shift is here to stay. So think about the terms wellness, primary prevention, wellness programs, and there are little things that you can do from the bottom up to help promote that. So what do I want you to get out of the talk from me this morning? Eat your blueberries. They're good in antioxidants for breakfast. For lunch, have a small portion of salmon, so 2-3 ounces, the size of the palm of your hand. And if you're so inclined for dinner, it's okay to have a nice glass of red wine with dinner once in a while. Cardiologist orders, okay?
FedStrive was expanded last year right here at River City. I had a little to do with that. I thought Kansas City would be a good place to do it, and FedStrive has been successful, and we have decreased obesity, we've increased the use of health risk assessments, and in Kansas City we have approximately 265 federal employees who voluntarily participate in the health risk appraisals downtown.
And on the evening of April the 10th, at the new bean hanger inside of the roastery, we announced the top 10 small businesses that will compete for the chance to win the Mr. K Award.
It really gives me great pleasure and to see all of the great companies that are so entrepreneurial and have built so much in Kansas City and beyond. I know that we do business with several of the honorees tonight of the top 10, and I hope and know that you will too after you learn more about them. The next step along the way is the award ceremony, the small business celebration, an annual CEO panel that occurs on awards luncheon that occurs on May 15th.
On April the 15th, Tax Day, it was only appropriate that the Chamber gathered to recognize and honor Dave Fowler on the occasion of his retirement from KPMG and his years of outstanding service as KPMG Kansas City's managing partner. Dave has given so much to the Chamber and to so many other organizations and causes in Kansas City. It was appropriate that a packed Chamber boardroom honored Dave and recognized him for all he's accomplished.
Now, some of you may know this, but Dave Fowler was destined to be a CPA. His parents knew this early on. I did some research, Dave. This is a true story. Did some research, and here's what happened. When Dave was a small child, his mother read him the Cinderella story, where the pumpkin turns into a golden carriage. And Dave asked, "Mommy, is that ordinary income or is that a capital gain?" True story. I'd never make anything like that up.
And one that was in the bottom of his little bag that he left behind that I think gave great insight is a hat that many of us haven't seen, but it's one that I think is Beth's favorite hat. And it's the hat Dave wears a lot and I think will increasingly be wearing at home. But it's the way that Beth knows Dave, and it's the Incredible Hulk.
Well, you know, if you've seen that movie, City Slickers, you remember that line? You came in here, City Slickers, you're going to go home, cowboys. Well, that's what we did with David Fowler at the American Royal. David Fowler became an epic figure around Kansas City in his American Royal Stetson, but it didn't really start out that way. He was very proud to get that first Stetson, and in fact, we only had to tell him a couple of times that he was wearing it backwards.
I do want to talk about one thing that Dave's really serious about, and that is having every email and every single thing he has printed off. And when he prints that off, he puts it in a folder. And so when I first had the opportunity to come back here and work and take Dave's job, he gave me a folder on each and every one of you for the last 10 years of his interaction with you. It's true, Bob. I know your great-grandchildren's names, and they're not even born yet, so I'm good.
At my kitchen table, where his temporary office is, in my kitchen, he told me, quote, "You're going to have to make an appointment to talk to me today." He said that to me. Can you imagine? And he lived. So he hasn't figured out yet that there's no one else at home but me, myself, and I. I'm it. And guess who is already the CEO of our house? His printing privileges have been nixed. Our printer is off limits to him after the first day of running out of ink and paper already.
Dave, the other thing I'd like to present to you is on behalf of the Chamber, and it's signed by Russ Welch, our board chair, and me, on behalf of Roshan Paris, our chair-elect, and all the members of our board and our staff, and just grateful appreciation for all that you have done for our Chamber, including all that you have done recently.
And finally, don't forget some upcoming Chamber events. On April the 30th, we'll hold the annual ACE Awards in the boardroom with Speaker Sid Wilson. We hope to see all of you there. And on May the 15th, we'll be announcing the winner of the Mr. K Award, Kansas City's Outstanding Small Business, at our Small Business Awards Celebration Luncheon. We hope every board member will attend.